Hello. This is AJT500 slash Talented Track 98 slash Heloise Wonderwise slash Helo slash Sarasa's Cake Art. And this is the Helogs for December 2025. First of all, let me start by saying Happy New Year. And this is the first full year of the Helog series. I created the Helog series last year because I wanted to follow in the footsteps of co-host Sniper 98, the Gotcha God, because he used to do, or I mean I think he still does, like monthly updates on the gotchas he plays, and I dropped Nike, but I still play Granblue, and I think it's kind of a fun thing. I really like going over the Helogs because I kind of expand it, not just for like Granblue in general, but just any achievement that I have, like for like YouTube, that I'm kind of trying to add in here, because my YouTube is kind of just like Granblue centric at this point. So thanks. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching for a year. I really like the Helogs because this can be like my candid talking section where I can just kind of say whatever I want about random stuff and about my months and stuff like that, and my goals for the future. So we will get into my notes as we usually do. Let's see here. So December 2025, 20 bars and 17 sands. So I finally got one last bar today when I was at work to hit 20. So right now I have 27 bars in my inventory and I think 8 in here. So technically I need one more in order to get like an even stack, but I got an even amount in general. So that's nice. And the thing about it, I'll talk about this a little bit later, but I'm kind of running out of stuff to bar. I know I've said that a couple times, but it's getting more and more true. So that's done. So I actually went through, usually I use my Twitter account kind of as my achievement tracker. I just post whatever I do on there that could be relevant for the Helogs, and then I go back through it. Not a lot happened until December 15th, actually. It seems like mostly what I was doing this month was just farming sands and bars, which I'd been doing for like the last 3 months, but that's mostly what all my pictures were just sands and bars, and just random tests and stuff. But I did spark on the Zeta and Maria Teresa banner. I only had to spark once. Thankfully, I got Maria Teresa a couple times, and then I just sparked Zeta. So that was not bad. I had one planned spark for that. Let's see. Finish all shields and Manaturas. So I actually was already done with all the Manaturas. Like back when I got these two, like when these two came out, I think I got both of those like the same day, the Quillen and the Coco Mimi one. But I was stuck on the shields. I was stuck on I didn't have the Rose Queen one for a bit. I didn't have Diaspora for a bit. I had gotten the World one the day it came out, but then I also didn't have the Anima Animus one. I got the Diaspora one from farming. I finally on a daily got the Rose Queen one, and then I also got the Anima Animus one. So that's good. That's good. Finished V Walker inventory. So I finally got all the drops. I was stuck on the Seeking Apple. This apple and this hat or whatever, these two for some reason just would not drop for me. All the Pandemonium ones dropped in like 4 runs, I think. These took like multiple weeks for some reason. I don't know why. But I got all the V Walker inventory. So now I'm just sending him on random crap, TBH. I don't really know what to do with him anymore. But yeah, so that's what V Walker's doing. World first recognized. So as we know, I got world first on Versusia with my team of Link, Rezi, Tempest, Bellu, and Gold Fox or Rat. So I know there was some controversy with this. I've talked about it a couple times on Twitter. I've talked about it on stream. Pretty much what this little thingy right here says is pretty much they made us the reference record, because even though we got world first, we're not Japanese, which I think is the biggest thing over here, but they want to say it's because we don't have an address in Japan, so they can't send us physical goods. But it doesn't really make any sense because we should just get the in-game trophy regardless because we beat it first and you don't have to ship that or anything. I also don't really understand why a company like Side Games can't just ship something outside of Japan anyway. But I think it's low-key just Japan being like xenophobic and they just don't want to give it to anyone else. So technically we didn't get crowned world first in game, but they did acknowledge the fact that we got world first. And even though I'm not really like super mad about it or anything, because like I said on Twitter, I said on stream, everybody knows that we got world first. Everybody that needs to know we got world first. And the thing about it is if anyone ever tries to come to any of us and say, oh no, you didn't get world first, you know, we literally have this picture. We have this picture. We have the stream that will be immortalized. And they even have the time and the date stamps. So we can literally just show which one happened. And everyone kind of realizes the Side Games just kind of screwed us over. So yeah. Not super mad about it. It doesn't seem like anyone on my team was super mad about it either. But it is a little bit disappointing that I just don't get the trophy for, you know, getting world first on a Thinking raid. But, you know, I got the video at least. Got the video. And honestly, the other big thing to me, I think it was super awesome just to see our names up on the stage. I think that was a really, really cool thing. And that's what I was looking forward to more than anything else for the stream, to be honest. I wasn't sure if it was going to happen or not, but I was really glad that it did. So, next, Baja, Spark, and Ring. Oh wait, I forgot to mention. I think I swapped these around. So I'll go to Baja, Spark, and Ring first. So Baja Spark, I did Spark Baja immediately. I will say the next ring, I only had one ring left, and I said this back when the Reinhardt's Art came out that I wanted to wait. I knew we were going to get an Earth Grain at the end of the year. I'd been predicting that joint for a while. Didn't think it was going to be Baja. Happy it's Baja because I really like Baja, but I didn't think it would be her. But I was saving my ring for whoever was going to be at the end of the year because if I liked them more, I was going to ring them. I really, really like Baja not only as a character, but as a unit too. So I'm glad that I saved my ring. I will be ringing Reinhardt's Art as soon as I get another one though, unless they come out with some other crazy Earth character. But that was the Baja ring, and I did Spark once for Baja. She also kind of liked me as well because I got 2 copies of her while I was rolling, and then I didn't need anything else on Flash, so I just sparked a third to save a bar. I actually saved a lot of bars on Grand related stuff, which we'll see in a second, this month, which was pretty nice, which also makes my bar stock even bigger because I kind of tried to farm bars. I tried to farm bars in preparation for the end of the year stuff, but now they can go to other things. But yeah, so I got pretty good on the Baja Sparks. Now going back on screenshots, but I guess going forward here, Granblue Fes stream and collabs. So I have to say thank you again to Aku, Onikane, Oni, Tech, and Gwen for coming to my crazy watch party of Granblue Fest. It was pretty insane. I knew off rip that I was gonna ask Aku and Onikane to watch it with me. Because I thought it would be cool to have like a collab. I've watched Granblue Fest before on stream. I've streamed like the anniversary. Is this anniversary? I don't know. Does the anniversary have a stream? I'm not thinking. No, I've restreamed a lot of Granblue streams. Let's just put it that way. I've restreamed a lot of Granblue streams. But I think this is the first time that I've collabed for one because usually like Aku and Onikane are like asleep. But I asked them specifically this time. I also knew I wanted to ask my boy Seeking Tech Deck 22 because that dude's Seeking awesome. That dude's funny as crap, and I love Seeking working with Tech. That dude's awesome. So I knew I had to ask Tech. Then Oni came, and Oni said that he's in Japan, and he asked if he could come on for live translations. That was an awesome help. I'm glad that you know, he was there. He supported us and he helped with the live translations. That was sick. And he was fun to talk to as well. And then Gwendolyn showed up at the last minute, snuck on in there. But Gwen was a joy to have when Gwen was on the stream. Gwen was the sleepyhead of the group. Gwen showed up for the important news. But yeah, it was awesome. It was a really hype Granblue stream. We got a lot of geeking viewership on that joint, so thank you to the audience as well. But it was super fun. I'm really glad that we did that. I one of the things I've said in the past is I've said that I wanted to see more of the English speaking Granblue community, and I like that for not only just streams and videos and stuff, but I think a big thing that we can do as a community to drive our population up is to have collabs with each other. There's only a few of us that actively are like big voices in the Granblue scene that are not JP. So we gotta like work together, bro. We gotta work together. So I think collabing with each other is really good for our community in general. And I'm glad that people are willing to collab with me because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So again, thank you for the viewers. Thank you for the collabies. Is that how you say it? The people who collab with me. Also, these were just some memes that Tech and Oni King were making. This was me being mad at Raziel because all these seeking buttons. Let's kill Ross. Oni Kane, before this even came out, thinking I have failed you. And then I can't even remember. I think Aku said like, "Oh, I'm not down bad" or something, and literally all of us just came after him with receipts of him being down bad in the past. So we got that meme. So yeah, that was the Granblue Fest thing. Again, a lot of fun. Thanks everyone for joining in. Okay, so next, 4K. Okay, so we go to another thing. We go to another thing. So 4K subs on YouTube. Somehow we hit this. I don't really remember. I think when I started doing Granblue content like 2-ish years ago, I was around like maybe halfway through 2000 or something like that. Didn't think I would hit 3000, didn't think I would hit 4000. The support this year, the viewer base has definitely gone up and up and up and up. I've been trying to put out a lot of different showcases for stuff. I think the world first helped. The world first helped a lot. I got a lot of followers and subscribers on YouTube from that. The streams have helped, not only my own streams, but also the whale nature of my streams has helped. That brings in a lot of people because they all want to see the banner and they want to see the rolls. The fests and the collabs have helped. That's all been really nice. I also collabed with multiple people for like the Guild War Rambos this year. I collabed with like DY and them for some of the stuff that he does, like the Jeopardy and stuff like that. Just a lot of stuff went on this year to help with this 4,000 subs. So thanks again for the 4,000 sub. Thanks for all the members and the memberships. Much appreciated. Very appreciated. This is still like, I'm not trying to make this like my full-time job, but it definitely helps to have, a little bit extra income. And it's just, it's a fun hobby, to be honest. I really love Granblue, even though I rant on it, but they always say the stuff that you are the most vocal about is the stuff that you love the most. I love Granblue and I really like playing it, and I like making videos for it, and I like streaming it. So I'm glad that I'm able to find some success on YouTube and streaming through Granblue and other games as well, because I also played stuff like 100 Line, and some of the Granblue viewers came to watch that as well. So yeah, I can just say thanks for the support. Thanks for the support in general. Gold bars with Earth. so I think it was Ihino. Ihino had made a video about Grand Order 0 button 0 summon that you could do with Earth now that Baija exists. And I played off of that because he had made like kind of a baby primal version, but I wanted to go like full primal with it. So I made a better version of that. And then I thought about it and I was like, wait a minute. We're so close. Like, we're so close to getting, because after Ahino had done that, other people started to do PBHL as well. They tried to do 0 button 0 summon for that, and it was hitting around like 1.3 mil. And I'm like, so you're telling me we just need one extra character or one extra button or something like that, and we could probably do Proto Bahamut too. We could probably do a small Proto Bahamut. And then I thought about it and I was like, why don't you just quick summon Uriel and use Sandalphon to swap the boss to water, and the rest is history. So for Grand Order, it's still the 0 button 0 summon thing. But then you can also do Akasha. So you can literally come in here, do Aerial Call, Sandolphin S1, you can get Akasha Mins. Then for PBHL, you can do Aerial Call, Sandolphin 1, and you can get 1.5, which is pretty good. That's kind of like, it's a little bit under what Fire does for what, 2 button 1 summon. But the fact that you can do it is pretty freaking nice, unironically. And then also, if you add in Baja's S1, you can get a little bit higher, closer to like 1.7. So pretty good. Unironically, the only real issue with Earth like bar farming is that you do get a little bit of lockout. So like if you try and do one raid and then go directly into another raid, you still have lockout for that. Not the biggest deal though, especially considering the buttons are so fast. You're literally doing 1 button, 1 summon. If you do this setup, you're literally doing 1 button, 1 setup summon, which is not a lot. So considering you can also just avoid the lockout by just not going into another raid immediately. But also just the fact that the lockout that you have going between raids is essentially just another button anyway. So you're effectively, if you do it back to back to back to back, you're probably around like 2 button, 1 summon. Not bad though. Not bad though. Earth can unironically bar farm. And this is the first time that I can really think of where you've done a full on like Ogi bar farm for like any element that I can remember. Whereas I know, obviously like a Resh Ogies, sometimes you do Ogies like 000 for I guess Grand Order, you did do like the Ogi stuff. But yeah, it's just, well, not even Grand Order, because even Grand Order, it's just your MC Oging and then maybe one or two other characters Oging. But even with the Grand Order, it's like your MC Ogies and then your team double strikes behind you. But yeah, so Earth can unironically bar farm. I made a tweet about this and I said that not like after I started to do this and I did the Versusia video that I did with Baja, which is also really, really fun. Somehow they actually made me enjoy Ogi. And like, this is the type of thing where it's like, if Ogi is going to have lockout, it needs to have this type of power with it. So it's been pretty fun. I really enjoy Baja. I think she's a good character. I actually unironically kind of like the weapon too. It's not bad at all. So yeah, so that's bar farm. Oh yeah, and also my I got this screenshot here. This was actually the last bar I needed for 20. It's just a really funny picture to me because not only is an Earth team bar farming, it's an Earth team bar farming with a Fire Zodiac in the back line in Akasha. When's the last time you saw Earth and Akasha? So yeah, that's pretty sick. Now the big one. Versusia, the summon. So as you guys know, as I've said in the past, the Providence banner is the most scary banner of the year to me, because you cannot spark the Providence summon, and the Providence summons, as we know, are busted as crap. So this actually going into this month of December again, I went into this month again with 8 spark plan. Technically, it was going to turn into a 9 spark plan total if I had to spend everything. Thankfully, and I say this, but thankfully, it only took 3 sparks. Technically, it was 2.5. It was 770 pulls to roll for one Versusia. When I said in the past that I had to spark 4 times for Yatima, that is not a joke. And now it is 3 times for Versusia. It was kind of rough. It was kind of roughage, but we did get it. I actually technically had 4 to maybe 5, if I had to push it, sparks for Versusia that were left over. So I had a lot of sparks because essentially Baja helped out a lot, because I had planned 1 spark for the well, I had planned some spark. I planned 1 spark for the original Christmas banner coming into December. Had to spark that twice. Then I had planned 1 spark for the second Christmas banner. Only had to spark that once. I had planned 2 sparks for whatever the Flash Fest with Baja was going to be. Only needed to spark that once though. So essentially I got to save that spark and then bring it to the leg fest, which gave me an extra spark for that, which was really, really freaking nice. But yeah, so I did 3 sparks. In these are kind of whack because they didn't have some of the characters. Baija in this is White Knight, and Inyo is the horse, and Bahamut is Versusia for these sparks. And as you can see, if you look at the Baijas on here, I actually got a ton of Deaking White Knight. So many White Knights, in fact, that I literally have 2 of his weapons without spending a single bar. I literally got 8 of his weapons through sparks and random drops throughout the sparks for Versusia. So that's the thing I was saying before, where I was like, you know, I had farmed a lot of bars in preparation for the end of the year, but I didn't need them because not only did I get lucky on Baija, so I got to save the bar there, but I also got all of these. So they're already finished. We also did get a couple bars like here and there from like the stream and stuff like that, in the missions. So that also saved the bar stock a bit. But yes, I did get Versusia. Thank the Lord. I really did not want to Zero Tixer, and I also need to add this to my goals. What are these things called? Illustrious weapons, ... question mark. Because the reason, not only did I'm a firm believer of not Zero Tixing Providence summons, I just don't want to do it personally, but I really didn't want to do it because, as you guys know, one of my, and we're kind of going into goals here, so I'm just going to jump. One of my goals overall for my account was I wanted to get all of the illustrious weapons. The only 3 that I'm missing are Blazing Mistral, Shishio, and Murcielago. And literally, I am less than 25, I am 23 rolls away, 23 gold moons away from being able to do that. By the end of the year, by like the end of the roulette, I may unironically have this. I don't think I'm going to buy them yet though. I'm going to hold on until anniversary just in case they announce something else gold moon related there. But if they don't, I'm pulling the trigger probably going into that April, especially considering Lancer Origin is coming out and Blazing Mistral might be used for that. So yeah, I will soon become a statistic. I soon will become a statistic. Soon and very soon. As for my other goals, again, 10 sands next month. I am back on track. I have farmed back up. I'm technically I only need 6 because we also got random sands for stuff too. But I'm back to my 30 sands. I like to stay at 30 sands at the end of every month and then go in and buy my artifact rerolls going into the next month, and then I farm 10 sands back up to 30. So I'm back on track for this. And besides that, I just want to farm bars. There are a few weapons that I need to do still, like very few weapons that I need to do still to actually bar. And I'm thinking about, I think I calced it last night and it's only going to be like 11 bars. So technically I could just drop those bars and then just be done with like pretty much everything in the game. And then I can just farm bars again and just, you know, just get whatever I need. You know what I mean? And I just want to stockpile and just have a ton of kicking bars. I think at some point I want to have a goal of just having at least 100 bars on my account. I think that would be sick. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the Helogs for this month. Thank you again for everything this year. Thanks for the support on Helogs. Thanks for the support on the videos. Thanks for the support on the stream. Thanks again for all the people that collabed with me and helped me with anything this year, this month. Blase. Let's look forward to 2026. We'll see what geeking happens. I'll keep yapping. I'll keep making videos. I'll keep making rants. You know, I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And thanks for hanging out and supporting it. So I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.